Ever heard of a comic strip so sharp it could cut through office cubicle walls? That's Dilbert for you, the masterpiece created by Scott Adams. But how did a guy with a corporate background end up creating one of the most iconic comic strips about corporate life? The story is just as fascinating as the comic itself. Scott Adams wasn't born with a pen in his hand, dreaming of cartooning. He grew up in a small town in New York and went on to get an MBA from UC Berkeley. His career path looked pretty standard. He worked in banking and then landed a job at Pacific Bell, a big telecom company. For years, he was just another face in the corporate maze, navigating endless meetings, confusing memos, and all the bizarre office politics we know and love or hate. This is where the magic started. Surrounded by the absurdity of corporate culture, Adams began doodling. He sketched out the characters we'd come to recognize: the clueless pointy-haired boss, the brilliant but socially awkward engineer Dilbert, and the cynical, coffee-addicted Dogbert. These weren't just random drawings. They were his commentary on the strange world he was living in. He was channeling his daily frustrations and observations into humor. He started sending his comics to publishers, and like many creators, he faced a pile of rejection letters. But Adams was persistent. He even got some advice from a professional cartoonist who told him his art wasn't great, but his ideas were. So he kept refining his work. He also had a secret weapon: his email address. In the early days of the internet, Adams put his email in the comic strip. This was revolutionary. It created a direct feedback loop with his readers. People would email him their own ridiculous office stories, which became a gold mine of inspiration. Dilbert wasn't just his story anymore, it was everyone's story. Finally, in 1989, Dilbert got syndicated, and its popularity exploded. People everywhere saw their own workplaces in the comics panels. It resonated because it was real. Adams had successfully satirized the very culture he was a part of, turning the mundane into something hilarious. He eventually left his corporate job in 1995 to become a full-time cartoonist. Beyond Dilbert, Scott Adams has written several books on topics ranging from business and persuasion to personal success. He has a unique way of looking at the world, often challenging conventional wisdom with his own frameworks and ideas, like his concept of talent stacking. His journey shows us that sometimes the best creative ideas come from the most unlikely places, like a boring office meeting. It's a reminder that if you pay attention, there's humor and inspiration all around you. So, the next time you see a Dilbert comic, remember the guy behind it, the former cubicle dweller who turned his everyday observations into a global phenomenon. It has a powerful lesson in finding your voice and using your unique experiences to create something truly special. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content. See you in the next video.